recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your
Ahmadiyyah.
skin?
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of famous.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the shadow band. All right. Technical difficulties. Okay. Bear with me. It should be okay in a second. All right. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr.A_Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. Hello, Edward, King Legine, RG Titan, your son is in the house. Nessie X, Wavy Though. Okay, True Snow TV, Nazja, Stacy Quentin is here. December's in the house. Pennywise, Lana L, Broken Silence. All right. Big Mama, Claudette, Silent D, Yvette Rivera. Okay, Terry Hinton's in the house. Shout out to everyone in chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. And shout out to my moderators putting in work. And so let's get into it. I see you, Obsidian Blaze. I just want you all to know this is all so nefarious, okay? Now, this list has come out, and it seems like they're playing in our faces. It's really starting to get on my last nerve. Because here's the thing. I'm sorry, didn't they say almost 200 names, 180? And then they only issued 90. That's all I found so far. And they have the nerve to have Michael Jackson's name on there. Michael Jackson, really? Now, here's the thing. Even on the list that came out before, the list that were not, Alana said she is the queen of receipts. Thank you, beloved. The names that were on a list that we saw years ago. Now, I don't know if those names were official. That's why I didn't use those lists. But we've never heard any mention of Michael Jackson's name being on there, okay? And I find it interesting that Michael Jackson's name is on there, but Kevin Spacey's isn't. Well, Kevin's name better be on that next batch that comes out. That's all I'm saying, okay? Timberdan said, I think they said some more names will be announced later. That's what I thought. Well, that is what they said, but that's what's ticking me off because, first of all, they said the names were coming out New Year's, okay? Isn't that what they said, January the 1st? So at the end of the day, like I said, they're playing games. They're talking about, oh, some more names will be released over the next few days. Over the next few days. Not telling us anything, concrete. Just over the next few days. So I guess we have to just sit here and watch and wait. All right. Somebody said, man, Michael ain't got nothing to do with it being on that list. Lies they tell. Absolutely. Above all that drama says, my list has Kevin and MJ on it. Yeah. Well, when you say Kevin, who are you talking about? Kevin Spacey? Because I haven't seen his name on there yet. I'll have to go back and double check. Maybe I overlooked it. But hold on. Let's just pull up the list, okay? Let me tell you something. The names on there, most of the names were not people that we would recognize. Not even people that we probably even heard of. That's what I want y'all to pay attention to. And they're sitting there talking about, these people basically haven't done anything wrong. There's nothing illegal and this and that. Well, what's the point of the list? Because I thought that the list was going to come out and some of these people are going to be prosecuted, as they should. All right? As they should. Truth Over Everything said people are saying that their lives will be in danger if it's released. Yeah, I know they were saying that. They need to sit down somewhere. In fact, somebody said they were going to court to make sure their name wasn't put out there. Honey, if you were on that island, your name should absolutely be put out there. But so anyway, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because this is all crazy. I'm about to show the list right now. About to show it right now. Everyone, please get the likes up. Please like and share. And don't forget, you heard it here first, okay? You heard it here first. Just like I told you would. Because I was waiting for this. Okay, here we go. I not only have the list, I have the court documents also. I don't know if you all can see that. So I'm going to read these names to you. Okay, I'm going to read the names to you. Ghislaine Maxwell. Well, of course, we knew she was on there. I'm not going to read all of them, just the ones we'll recognize. Okay, Virginia Lee Roberts Jufree, Kathy and Miles Alexander. I don't know who these people are. Now, some of these names are redacted. Okay, I would imagine that those are likely victims or something. I don't know. Naomi Campbell, no surprise there. David Copperfield, the magician. Cameron Diaz, Leonardo DiCaprio, Alan Dershowitz. Hold on just a second. And they even have Jeffrey Epstein's name on here. Like, why is his name on his own list? Make that make sense. Okay. Stephen Hawking. Now, Stephen Hawking was a scientific genius. I'm sure you all know of him. And so he's on there also. I was kind of surprised to see his name on there and Michael's. Anybody else? No, I'm not surprised at all. Prince Andrew, of course, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton. And that's just about all the names that I recognize. The rest of these people, did I say Alan Dershowitz? See, Alan Dershowitz, Kevin Spacey's name is on here. Oh, okay, my mistake. Now, Alan Dershowitz was Jeffrey Epstein's attorney. And so I'm going to play what he said this morning when he did an interview with Sean Hannity, because he, said, oh, he wishes he never met Epstein and all of this stuff. And so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Now, Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz. Professor, you are mentioned in this document. You are mentioned repeatedly and very specifically. It was the allegation against you was that Epstein forced then minor Jane Doe number 3 to have sexual relations with you, and that also you were an eyewitness to sexual abuse of other minors by Epstein. You have been out there vigorously defending your name, your honor, and denying these allegations fiercely. And I want to give you a chance now that it's come out in writing tonight to get your reaction.
Well, first of all, the woman who accused me has now stated categorically that she may have misidentified me, confused me with someone else. And these documents, if all the documents are revealed, will prove categorically that she did misidentify me, that I never met her, never heard of her, never spoke to her. And I can prove it by independent means. I have all my travel records. I have all my television appearances. I can prove that I couldn't possibly have been anywhere near any of the people who were involved in this. I was Epstein's lawyer. Of course, I flew on his plane with Ken Starr, with Roy Black, with other lawyers. We flew to meetings with the U.S. attorney, with the state attorney. And so people have to be very careful about what they're believing and when it happened. For example, as soon as Epstein was shown to be what he was, I ended my personal association with him completely, but I maintained a legal relationship with him. I represented some of the worst people in the world and continue to do so. That's my life. And of course, I represented Epstein. Now, the one point I do want to make is that I understand all the feminist groups and the radicals who think this is the worst thing in the world, that anybody ever had any contact with Jeffrey Epstein. Where are all those radical feminists when it comes to the Hamas rapes of young Jewish girls, sexual abuse, beheadings? They are quiet. They are silent. The incredible hypocrisy of the Me Too movement. Me Too, except if you're a Jew. And I want to have a list of all the radical feminists who are pushing hard, and I understand that, to get all these names revealed. And I want to know how many of them have ever actually condemned Hamas for the rapes that we now know occurred and the murders that occurred. How many have been silent? And how many, like the National Lawyers Guild, have actually approved of what Hamas did? So let's put this in context. I'm thrilled that all these papers have come out. I urged them. I went to court. I asked for everything to come out because I knew that I had done nothing wrong and the papers would exculpate me. What I only worry about is that maybe the judges withheld certain documents. I want to make sure every single document comes out, including the documents that cast doubt on the credibility of some of the accusers and some of the accused. The public has the right to see everything and make their own judgment. We do not put the country in guilt by accusation, but guilt by association.
But by the way, I think that is fair. And I still, like you, believe that in the presumption of innocence. And I don't rush to judgment. And frankly, on many high-profile cases in this country, this show, starting with Richard Jewell, we've been right. We were right about Duke Lacrosse. We were right about UVA. We were right about Ferguson, Missouri, and Freddie Gray in Baltimore, because I didn't rush to judgment, and I had impeccable sources. I have known you for years. I don't really know why you like to defend these high-profile clients. Everybody certainly deserves a defense, including Mr. Epstein, including O.J. Simpson, and you and I had wars over Bill Clinton back in the day.
Sure.
You've taken on these high-profile cases. Why? And do you regret it at all? And did you ever see anything untoward about Mr. Epstein?
I never did. And I do regret having ever met Jeffrey Epstein, because it caused me the worst few years of my life when I was falsely accused, and I was canceled by the 92nd Street Y, canceled by Temple Emanuel. And then she ultimately admitted that she may have confused me with someone else. And so, things obviously have gotten a lot better. Now, of course, these revelations put my name in the headlines again. But I've never been afraid of that, because I have nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be ashamed of. I did nothing wrong. Would I do it again? Not if I knew I was going to be falsely accused, but if not for that, I've represented far worse people. I've represented murderers. I've represented people who have done terrible, terrible things. That's an essential part of our system. If I don't do it, who will? I had tenure. I had an obligation to defend the most controversial, the worst people. Sometimes I won, sometimes I lost. Sometimes I created a plea bargain, like I did in this case. By the way, Epstein was furious at me for the plea bargain. He wouldn't pay my fee because he thought I had done a terrible job, because he ended up going to jail and having to report as a sex offender. The rest of the world thought it was a sweetheart. But that's what criminal defense lawyers do. I'm 85 years old. I hope the good Lord gives me the strength to continue to represent the most despised, the most controversial, the most unpopular people in the world. Look at the hell I got for representing Donald Trump. I did that, and I lost a lot of my friends. And people say to me all the time, oh, I understand Epstein, but not Trump. Or I understand Trump, but not Epstein. You have to understand that the role of the criminal defense lawyer is to defend everybody who's falsely accused.
Well, I'll say this.
Accused or even truthfully accused. Yeah.
I think you're going to be the only one that does have the courage to say, no, it's not true. And you do make a good point. If there's exculpatory information that is not released as part of the information that is being given out by the judge, I think that's unfair to everybody, and that would be unfair to you. And if you believe it's exculpatory, I think the public should see that as well. Professor, thank you.
I don't need any more exculpatory material, because the woman has already admitted that she may have clearly misidentified me. And that's enough for me. I'm going on with my life. I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing for years. But thank you, Sean, for an opportunity to present my case.
Professor, we appreciate your time, as always. Thank you for being with us. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
First of all, he commits me with it, honey. He's sitting there trying to act like somebody made a mistake and misidentified him. I'm sorry. Who has a face like that besides him? Okay, who has a face like that besides him? Does he look like someone that anyone could mistake for someone else? Please, sir, please stop. And then I love the way he tried to change the narrative of the conversation. He starts talking about, oh, the Me Too for everybody until it's a you. Please sit down, sir. Okay, don't try to bring that into it. That has nothing to do with this. He was clearly gaslighting us. And that's why I absolutely believe that he was doing something nefarious on that island. Okay, please. I mean, first of all, he was Epstein's attorney. So he already knows where the bones are buried. He knew exactly what was going on, as far as I'm concerned. He can sit there and lie all he wants and trying to paint narratives and change the conversation and all of that. And then he also mentioned, if you paid attention, that he was 85 years old. Now, why would he say his age? Well, because he wanted people to feel sorry for him. Okay, that's what that was. That's what that was. It's all so crazy. Obsidian Blade said that nose is better than a fingerprint. Okay, it's all so nefarious. RG Titan said exactly with his crypt keeper looking self. Okay. This is all crazy. At the end of the day, like I said, I find it also interesting. But now, Prince Andrew, like I said, I wasn't surprised that he was on there because there's been stories about him for years. And there's also an article where Virginia Giuffre, and see, here's the thing. This list, I don't think any of these names would ever have come out. That's just my opinion, unless it was maybe 50 years from now, pay attention. But the only reason I think any of these names are even coming out is because of Virginia Giuffre. You see, she filed a lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, had it not been for that, we likely would have never seen any of this. Okay, so, and I do believe that's why Jeffrey Epstein's no longer here. Every time I hear someone say that he took himself out, I just want to just cringe, okay? Because I absolutely don't believe it for a word, for a minute. I think he didn't do that to himself. I think they had him taken out for their own reasons. Now, here's an article. Here's an article from 2019 where Virginia Giuffre said Prince Andrew was a sweaty, hideous dancer. Okay, this is what she says. Prince Andrew was a sweaty, hideous dancer, according to the Jeffrey Epstein sex slave. That's what they said she was, who claims that he bedded her at age 17. Now, in her first TV interview on her ordeal at the hands of the financier and his royal pal, the Duke of York, Virginia Giuffre told Dateline NBC that the prince bedded her after a night of clubbing and drinking in London in 2001. She said he was a hideous dancer. He was sweating all over me. I was like, ugh, I need a shower. Giuffre said that she was instructed by Epstein's pal, Ghislaine Maxwell, to what to do for the prince. She said, what you do for Epstein. Now, the abuse went on for a little bit in the bathroom, and then it continued in the bedroom. This was inside Maxwell's London townhouse, she says. She said he wasn't rude or anything about it. He was like, thank you. Now, the royal has vehemently denied the allegations, calling them false and without foundation, according to the UK Sun, which the Buckingham Palace would not comment on Giuffre's new interview. So let me tell y'all something. First of all, he can sit down somewhere. He wants to act like he didn't even know this woman, but there's pictures of him with her when she was 16 or 17 years old. Please pay attention. Now, I'm going to go to an interview that Prince Andrew did. And yeah, he wants to play crazy. Everybody's, oh, I didn't do anything wrong, and this, that, and the third. Make it all make sense.
So if Virginia Roberts is watching this interview, what is your message to her?
I don't have a message for her because I have to have a thick skin. If somebody's going to make those sorts of allegations, then I've just got to have a thick skin and get on with it. But they never happened.
For the record, is there any way you could have had sex with that young woman or any young woman trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein in any of his residences?
No. And without putting too fine a point on it, if you're a man, it is a positive act to have sex with somebody. You have to take some sort of positive action. And so therefore, if you try to forget, it's very difficult to try and forget positive action. And I do not remember anything. I've racked my brain and thinking, oh, well, when the allegations came out originally, I went, well, that's a bit strange, I don't remember this. And then I've been through it and through it and through it over and over and over again. And no, nothing.
Okay, sir, we believe you not. You all hear this? This is what they're saying. Now, hold on. I saw his body want to get up and run out of that room, Sacred Sir. You already know he did. This is all Son of Pharaoh's honey. These people are just lying through their teeth. Make it all make sense. But hold on. Let me pull up another report on it because I absolutely cannot. Okay? Let's see what other lies they're out here telling. This is all crazy. This is all crazy. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this report. Like, sir, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
New details in the Jeffrey Epstein court documents unsealed just a few hours ago. The pages revealing around 150 people mentioned in previously redacted parts of the Ghislaine Maxwell suit. Maxwell now serving 20 years for helping Epstein sexually abuse teen girls. Before we talk about the big names here, we do want to mention that being named in the suit does not mean they're guilty of any wrongdoing. Now, former President Clinton and former President Trump both mentioned in these cases there is no reference to any illicit behavior. Alan Dershowitz mentioned more than 130 times. Jean-Luc Brunel also mentioned, you may remember, he was found dead in a jail cell in 2022 while facing charges for his alleged participation. Michael Jackson also mentioned after a witness claimed he was at Epstein's house in Palm Beach. 2 unreleased names were not in this batch. One was granted an extension until January 22nd for her appeal about the release, and the other's appeal is still under review. If you'd like to read the documents for yourself, you can do that. We've posted them all for you. They are online at thenationaldesk.com.
Good evening, everyone, and great to be back with you.
Oh, so crazy. Hold on.
Sex offender Jeffrey Epstein died in prison in 2019. Many thought he'd take his secrets with him. But a New York judge ordered hundreds of court records associated with Epstein be unsealed. More than 150 Jane and John Doe's witnesses and associates like Bill Clinton. He's not accused of wrongdoing, but in the court documents, an alleged victim was asked about the former president. Did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Bill Clinton? He said one time that Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. Clinton has denied knowledge of Epstein's sex crimes. Prince Andrew is also named in the unsealed documents. Epstein instructed Jane Doe No. 3 that she was to give the prince whatever he demanded.
This has been a better kept secret than nuclear launch codes.
The documents, part of a lawsuit filed by one of Epstein's more outspoken victims, Virginia Giuffre. She sued Epstein's partner, Ghislaine Maxwell, for trafficking her when she was just a teenager. She settled out of court with Prince Andrew in 2022.
What does justice look like to you now? Justice now is holding accountable the perpetrators that helped him and participated with him.
There's been all sorts of speculation on social media what celebrities might be revealed in these court documents, and it's led to some nasty and false accusations, including this by quarterback Aaron Rodgers on ESPN.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't.
Raping young women, not funny, says comedian Jimmy Kimmel, who fired back in a post threatening to sue the NFL star, saying your reckless words put my family in danger.
Many of the high-profile names in these court documents have been made public already. It may be embarrassing, but no one's being accused of any crimes tonight. Omar?
All right, Joy, thank you.
Ready to be an e-commerce pioneer? Our baked-in premium plugins give you the best ingredients.
Okay, I want you all to pay attention. Hold on just a second. I'm having a few technical difficulties, people. Okay, so I want you all to pay attention. They're saying no one's been accused of any crimes. Okay, so what's the point? What's the point? So all of the people on this list, none of them are going to be held accountable. Everybody's just going to go on about their merry way. So what's the point of releasing the list if nobody did nothing? So none of these people were clients of Epstein. You mean tell me that none of them knew what was going on? They weren't there for nefarious reasons to participate in illegal activities such as trafficking. That's not why they were there. Make it all make sense. Okay, make it all make sense. Now I want you to pay attention, because here's the thing. They want to sit there and say Michael Jackson's name was on there. Well, I just don't believe it. And at the end of the day, Michael was acquitted of those charges they had against him years ago. Okay, he was acquitted. So I'm definitely not believing that. And for them to put out all these names and then tell us that nobody did anything illegal, well, that's nonsensical. Because if Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were trafficking people, who were their clients? Who were they trafficking these people to? Why don't we have any names or information on that? No charges to being pressed. And here's the thing. Prince Andrew just said that he didn't know what was going on with that girl. He didn't do anything and just acting like he's all innocent, but he settled with her. I'm sorry, make that make sense, Prince Andrew. Why would you settle if you didn't do anything wrong? You don't even know this person. This is all crazy. It's all crazy. I want y'all to pay attention to the lies and the BS. But hold on, because let's talk about Katt Williams. Katt Williams was exposing everybody, and I've played for you all before that that video where he was going in on Diddy and Jermaine Dupri. You all remember that? Hold on. I'm going to have to dig that video up.
I came in this business saying I was going to...
Hold on. I'm going to download this, or upload it, shall I say. And then we're going to listen to it. It's all nefarious. Pay attention. But you know, I've been telling you all weeks ago how Katt was exposing people. I reminded you all of that weeks ago. Like I said, I played that video where he was going in on Diddy and Jermaine Dupri. So we should not be surprised that he's airing people out. Katt been telling on everybody. Yep. Exactly. Okay. Sex work is illegal unless you're an immigrant, as per New York governor, says December White. Well, you know, that seems to be the case because I'll tell you, if you remember when that whole incident happened here in Atlanta, when they had those spas that were shot up by that shooter, and the first thing that then Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms said when people were asking, you know, about are charges going to be pressed because they were having, you know, they were admitting that these were illegal massage parlors. And what did she say? She said, she says, let's not victim blame. Honey, victim blaming doesn't have anything to do with criminal charges being pressed when people are engaging in illegal activities. Because I guarantee you, if that shop had been owned, any of those shops had been owned by any of us, of course they would have pressed charges, okay? Of course they would have. So this is how it all goes. Pay attention. Anyway, it's also nefarious, but I digress. So anyway, let's talk about Kevin Spacey.
I came in this business.
Hold on, I'm still getting this uploaded. Just give me a second to get this on here. Now, mind you, Mama said you're late, but you tuned in, okay? Now, mind you, many of the people on this list we've never even heard of, like I told you. Who are these folks? Let me go back to this article about Prince Andrew. Everyone, please get those likes up. Please like and share. Thank you in advance, beloveds. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find Virginia's interview. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. Everyone, please get those likes up. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce.
Now to that royal scandal in Britain. TV viewers tonight saw a dramatic interview with Prince Andrew's accuser. Virginia Giuffre called on the public to stand with her against sex trafficking. Charlie D'Agata on what could be more damaging news for the prince.
He knows what happened. I know what happened. And there's only one of us telling the truth. And I know that's me.
That truth, as Virginia Giuffre tells it in her first interview on British soil, is that she was forced to have sex with Prince Andrew when she was 17 years old. It was taped before Prince Andrew went public in that widely criticized interview where he strenuously denied all allegations.
I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady. None whatsoever.
But Giuffre says the prince had sex with her on 3 occasions. She was brought to London by convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, where she was instructed to dance with Prince Andrew at a nightclub.
I mean, it was horrible, and this guy was sweating all over me. Like, his sweat was like, it was raining.
I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time.
And then Giuffre described what happened next at a townhouse after the club.
It didn't last very long, the whole entire procedure. It was disgusting. He wasn't mean or anything, but he got up and he said thanks and walked out, and I sat there in bed just horrified and ashamed. It was a wicked time in my life. It was a really scary time in my life. I had just been abused by a member of a royal family.
It is a scandal that refuses to go away, and one that has shaken the royal family to the core. In the wake of the crisis, Nora, the decision has been made for Prince Andrew to step away from all public duties for the foreseeable future.
All right, Charlie, thank you.
Oh, so crazy. I want y'all to pay attention. Shout out to the elder, Baba Rashad in the house. Now I'm going to play this video of this TikTok. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please. A like and share. Thank you in advance. Katt Williams has always been talking trash about everybody. Now, while you all are watching this, I'm going to try to find my video that I did weeks ago. Pay attention.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or who you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Katt Williams on here calling people out again. I told y'all before, the higher elites made the media make him look crazy because he didn't want to take their route. When you take a different route, they make you look crazy. Oh, you think I'm playing?
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
He decided to go another route, which was a different route than what they wanted him to go. So they painted a picture of him for us. But I told y'all, when they make somebody look crazy in the media, pay attention to what that person's saying. 9 times out of 10, they're telling truth. Now you got him on here exposing everybody.
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you would tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, do you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen.
This man said the #1 job for somebody in Hollywood who sold their soul is to act like they didn't sell their soul. Whoo! You got many people out here losing their souls for temporary pleasure, losing their souls for money, temporary money that will not go with them when they leave this earth. Mark 8:36 says, "For what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul?" Here's the real question. Why would people have to act like they didn't sell their soul when they go into Hollywood? So that more people could follow them into Hollywood. You don't think that there's back rooms? You don't think that there's hidden secret agendas? You don't think that these people do things with you? Do things so that they can take authority over your spirit? You don't think that the enemy is smart? You better think again. No, you can't sell your soul, but you sure can lose it chasing something that's not God. Chase God, my brothers and sisters. 2024, the light is coming. 2024, the truth is coming out. Glory be to God. All shall be revealed. Hallelujah. What side are you on, brothers and sisters? God's or the devil's? It's time to choose. Choose today.
Y'all better get yourselves together, honey, because I absolutely cannot. It's all nefarious. This is all nefarious. Okay? Hold on. Only whispers can be rebuked, said BB Rodriguez. Okay? Reggie said there are ceremonies over popular music to enslave the masses. Oh, yes, Reggie, absolutely. There absolutely is, beloved. Please pay attention. It's all crazy. It is all crazy. Hold on. At the end of the day, let me see if I can find that interview real quick so you all can hear some of it. I don't have time to look for that video. So what do you all think about this list so far? What do y'all think about J Love the Queen said stay high vibrational, not low? I know that's the truth. You got that right, beloved. Okay? And you all should be following the spiritual channel. Please pay attention. We living in hard times, says Christopher. Right. Christina said Katt said once they sell their soul, their main thing after that is making sure no one finds out. Mm-hmm. This is all true, including the Ferris. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to play some of this interview. I'm going to put an overlay on the screen. I'm going to put Diddy's overlay because I don't have one with Katt. We're going to put Diddy's devil overlay up here. Everyone, please like and share while I cue this. Thank you in advance.
People we see is really the Lulu. Well, you don't think they asked Chris Tucker to come back in the second Friday? Smokey was all in Smokey. There ain't no Friday without Smokey. We all agree to that, and there's no next Friday without Friday, and there's no Friday after next without. Nah, we talk about the rule because you said that they don't. Here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. Chris was allowed to make the decision. At the time that this is happening, Katt Williams is known for smoking weed. Willie Nelson is known for smoking weed. Snoop's known for smoking weed, but none of us is really known except Willie. And I'm saying Chris Tucker didn't want to be the poster child for smoking weed. He don't smoke weed like that. Right. He in the church. He Michael Jackson's best friend. Christmas. Michael Jackson called him Christmas. You ever met a man that gave you a little nickname like that? No. Me neither. Must be the greatest. Man, I ain't gonna be able to get nobody back on. I ain't gonna be able to get no more comedians. They all coming. No, they ain't. Are you kidding? Nah. Hey, I promise you. I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones. I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're gonna be having to beat them off with a stick. You won't let him. He'll come in there. Much as. You on Def Comedy Jam, Comic View. What were those experiences like? What do you remember most about Def Comedy Jam and Comic View? Comic View was everything. Comic View was really the break, and not Friday after next, just because Comic View was just 3,000 of your stand-up peers, and we just throw sets of all of them up there, and we see who the audience likes. Who do they like? And it was a great wild, wild west time to be involved in comedy. And the same is true for Def Jam because hip-hop was a fad at one time. And hip-hop ain't gonna last. And why are you doing that? And that's how it was for blue comedy. Mm-hmm. If you were a comedian that cussed, you were ridiculed by the mainstream comedy geist. That would be like me being on Joe Rogan. Joe don't want me on there. I need to be on Shannon. Joe got 6 comedians that never been funny. He want to push out. But that's really how it is. I'm so sorry I'm competitive. You're an athlete, right?
Yeah, I can tell.
You understand.
Will there ever be another Comic View Def Comedy Jam? Could that, in today, 24, 25, 26, could we see that again?
They've already announced it. It's already going. You didn't know?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Kevin Hart purchased it, so he's now doing Comic View. That happened at the same time that they gave DC Young Fly Hollywood Squares. Yeah, because they tell you that there's no gatekeepers, but we keep seeing the same people open the gate. Didn't Kevin open the gate and let Tiffany in? Ain't he now opening it up for... Don't such and such open the gate? What do you mean ain't no gatekeepers? There's 100 gates out here. Everyone I've seen got a keeper.
Would you have wanted to do Comic View or Def Comedy Jam? Would you have wanted to be?
I think we just mentioned I did them both.
No, I'm saying he purchased the rights and refranchise it.
Nope. They didn't offer it to me anyway. Like, Comic View did a couple of disservices to comedy as well. Mm-hmm. So there were people like me that were out there getting 2 and 3 standing ovations in one set. And that wasn't good for television. So what they did was they started making everybody get a standing ovation. So they would tell the audience, when they get off stage, everybody get up and cheer. And so now the fact that I'm the only one out there going to get standing ovations is now making people think everybody get a standing ovation. Mm. And that's not how comedy is. So right. I understood why that couldn't go anymore. Because remember, Ricky Smiley sat right here and told you a story about how he performed with Mike Epps and Katt Williams when he did Comic View. And to let him tell it, he was funnier than both. My name lived down. You're talking about the special needs. That's good.
That's a different time.
Some clever material.
That was a different time, Katt.
No, it wasn't. It was the time I was there.
But I'm saying
that time, this time, same times.
No, but I'm saying
just like people that tell you the Egyptians, they're not black. Egypt is in Africa, folks. As long as Egypt is in Africa, then Egyptians are African.
Do you believe you could tell the same jokes today as when you started out? I mean, Eddie Murphy not telling those jokes. Richard Pryor wouldn't be able to tell those jokes in 2024 that they told in the 70s and the 80s.
So they wouldn't have told them.
But that's my point.
They're not inferior people.
No.
If they were in this time, they would be going according to our time. Just like then, we were going according to that. Like, that's how it is in the world. There are words that we can use for a while. And when we use them for a while until somebody says that ain't a good word, we should stop saying that.
Correct.
That don't make people feel good. And we stop saying the word. And we move on to another word. You can't say the R word. You can certainly say special needs.
Yeah.
You can certainly say spectrum.
Slow.
There are things that you can say to get your point that don't have to hurt people.
Right.
But you would know that if what you did was construct the English language for a living, then you would understand that part.
You financed your first stand-up. You had it cost you $22,000. You had
There's do it.
Hold on, beloved.
Your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale.
They're not Steve or Cedric. I'm saying, if you do it, you let a terrorist accidentally touch over here, and I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing. Some change off of the T, but I'm still coming in for par guaranteed.
You playing for tips? That you guys had a lot of conversation, that this was your opportunity and you needed to seize this moment.
Terry had the benefit of having been in some very high-profile situations already and took L's. Like, he had been in the league, you know what I mean? He had done pro wrestling. He had done a lot of things. He had been televised and some things that hadn't worked.
Right.
And this was just for him. And now you know what nobody has ever said in the whole industry in 20 years about, you know, the whole Money Mike not getting raped in the bathroom.
Right.
So I understood going in that there's no reason. I lost for a 5-year period, every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk. That all I had said was, just, can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out? And then I can do it. Like, it don't need to be overtly homosexual because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right? And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem. And then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was and acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. But yeah, it's interesting, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, again, I'm on the winning side of these decisions.
You know, look, I've had Cube, I've talked to Cube. A lot of people say Cube doesn't pay. What's your relationship with Cube, and what did that opportunity mean for you?
Well, the ungrateful bastards that would say anything about Cube's payment, you shouldn't even talk to them anymore. Like, you don't go to Goodwill. You don't go to a Goodwill thrift store and go, look at all this cheap ass shit. Why don't you shut up? Why don't you shut up? You could have went to Hermes. Why you didn't go to Balenciaga? Why you didn't get a bowl of the Balmain? You want to have that conversation? What you mean, the independent black dude who's filming it partly out of his fucking pocket? What you mean he didn't pay you enough? They weirdos that felt like they earned the opportunity because they were big. No, yeah. I understood.
That ain't no $200 million movie. Well, I mean, how much did you expect you was gonna make?
Well, I made enough to get them teeth fixed just like you did.
Yeah.
So it was no harm, no foul. I knew that I was gonna go from there, and there was no.
You were gonna turn it back for Katt Williams.
Well, here's the thing. I wrote it. What I'm saying if I did it and I did a good job at it, you can thank me. I was involved.
Right.
I'm not going to come later on and tell you, I never even read the whole script. So how you know what roles? What? What do you mean you never read the like, these guys' whole job is to present something, unfortunately. And I'm just not a presenter. If you ask me a question, I'm just going to tell you the truth of how it went.
Would you be willing to do another Friday?
Cube already asked me to write it. I was supposed to have been writing it. This is what these guys are mad about. Like, we lost some great people before this movie could come out regardless.
Right.
And so, yes, there desperately needs to be one. But we miss John Witherspoon in a way that can't really be quantified, if I'm being honest with you. And the Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey.
Oh, Lord.
If I didn't know no better, I'd tell you he's the greatest. I don't care what you say. To be confident and not delusional is a real skill. Most of these confident people we see is really delusional.
Well, you don't think they asked Chris Tucker to come back in the second Friday?
Okay, beloveds, I'm going to stop it right there. You all heard what he said. He did not say the Chris Tucker that they have now is the Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey. This is all so nefarious. All so nefarious. Katt Williams does not care. Okay, not Epstein Island Chris Tucker. I am through. So this is crazy. Reggie said, I'm bracing myself for the list, y'all. Reggie, what are you talking about? I literally just showed the list. Beloved, at the beginning. But hold on, because we're going to get back into the list in a second. But let's play this freestyle that I showed you all weeks ago by Katt Williams. Please pay attention when he was calling out Diddy. and Jermaine Dupri. All right. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Let's get into it. And then we're going to talk some more about this list.
That's at all. You can interrogate me with torture, nigga. I won't confess at all. I'll just keep on crying. Keep on sobbing. Ask me any question, my head will keep on popping. You think I'm saying yes for the first few seconds till you realize I'm in my own world thinking of your girl naked. Fuck you niggas. I'm a federal nightmare. I'm a small motherfucker who ain't scared, won't fight fair. Shit. So if you want to make me a motherfucking martyr, do what you gotta do. Bitch nigga starter. Huh. What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah. Jermaine Dupri, king of the pedophiles, if you ask me, baby. Shit. Jermaine Dupri, small as a child. If I was fucking Janet, she'd already have a child. If I was fucking your bitch, she'd have a permanent smile. I'm a real G, nigga. I got permanent style. Shit. I don't fuck with you fuck faces. You grown ass niggas with gap teeth that need braces. Fucking rappers with hairlines. They're gonna fuck with me and try to compare lines. Just meet me somewhere, nigga. Let's compare mine. I mean, let's go somewhere and compare nines. Shit. Fucking with Katt. It ain't my fucking fault you ain't visit the brat. Huh? Nigga, you should visit a Gap. Nah. I'm fucked up for even mentioning it. Shit, but you ain't have to go and visit. It ain't a crime to put some money on a bitch's books, is it? Shit. I put 20 G's on my girl. And what you do in your platinum ass world? Huh? Probably ain't do shit. Probably ain't busy. Probably ain't right. Probably ain't do no remix or think about her at night. But that's my nickel. And if she hit a bitch, she read about her day. That's what it is. She handle her biz. And if she gotta do a motherfucking biz, she can count on me like I'm a motherfucking kid. And don't you start talking about I motherfucking did. Huh? What have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah. JD. Boom. What have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah. And Steve Harvey, I heard about your book. I'm proud of your success, but bitch nigga, look. Better stop telling people that motherfucking lies before you be somewhere and meet one of my motherfucking guys. You see, when I'm around, them niggas is polite, gentlemen. Niggas be alone. They be all hyped up on Ritalin. And if I ain't there to hold them back, them niggas be anxious to get it in. And they be wearing stuff over their face so they don't show the cameras who's hitting them. You don't want to fucking play football with me, bitch Harvey. I'm blitzing. And I ain't got to call no plays when I audible. I say, get it to him. And you'll be laying there on your backside. They call it a concussion, but for you, it'll just feel like, get in them. And I'll be standing over your body, pulling off your helmet, telling these niggas, get his limbs. You ain't got to worry about what's going to happen next. As you blacking out, the last thing you'll hear is, get his Tim. And if you wake up 5 minutes later, the thing you'll hear is, get his rims. And I know they tell you that when you see the light, go for the light, but it's getting dim. You will hold to the day you die, nigga. Getting dim. I'm Katt Williams. I fear not.
Oh, so nefarious. Okay, so somebody was saying, hold on. Somebody was saying something about the Gitmo list. Let me tell you. I've seen that list. But at the end of the day, of course, they're not going to say that's a legitimate list. Okay, that's what they're not going to do. They're not going to say that's a legitimate list, and we don't even know if it is. Anyone could have made that up, so I can't clarify it or verify it. But I've seen that a while ago. When he talked about S.H. lying, Steve Harvey, yeah, about being homeless, I thought back to the story. It didn't add up. How were you homeless and you work for GM? Well, that's true. But see, here's the thing. You all should know that they be lying. I want y'all to pay attention, honey, because I've told you all numerous of times how these people be lying to try to make themselves feel like, you know, they came from a struggle and they worked their way all the way to the top, like Oprah. Okay, remember when I did the story on Oprah the other day, and her family said that she lied about being in poverty and saying that she had cockroaches named Melissa and Mandy for pets and all of that foolishness, saying that she was assaulted when she was 13 or 14. They said all of that is lies and BS, and she made it up. And her cousin said when she asked her, Oprah, why would you tell these lies? She said, because people don't want to hear the truth. The truth is boring. Now, that's what her cousins say. All right. So if it's a lie, they told it. I just want you all to pay attention. Yeah, Steve Harvey had said he was homeless. I mean, Tyler Perry said he had to live in his car. These people are always telling these little sad, sob, downtrodden stories. Okay, like how they just struggled, you know, to get by and then made it to where they are. So, yeah, Sandra said Tyler Perry made the same claim. Yes, absolutely. Said he had to live in his car and all of that. Okay, Queen Sam said, I'm saying if I have to go by myself, I'm going. 169 says, sit down, Oprah. Exactly. All right. Also nefarious. But since we're talking, let's talk about Kevin Spacey. Because I actually, first of all, let's look at some of these court documents from the Epstein case. Hold on. Because I have them right here. I'm going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay. I'm going to share my screen for a second so you all can see this. And then we're going to go over it. I'm not going to go over this whole thing because it's kind of lengthy. All right. You all see that? It's kind of long, like I said. It's like 900 and something pages. Okay, please pay attention. That's how lengthy it is. But it was interesting because with all the stuff they had in here, how is it that nobody on that list is being arrested? How is it that nobody on that list has done anything illegal? Okay, because that's what they keep saying. This is what they keep saying. Nobody did anything illegal. Now here it says, hold on. Let me see if I can enhance this. They have George Lucas is mentioned in here. Now, George Lucas is the guy who did Star Wars. So I'm waiting to see if his name's going to be on a future list, or was it on this one? Because I don't recall seeing it. But hold on. And see, that's the thing. Because some of the names that aren't on the initial list that came out are actually in these documents. And some of these names have also been redacted. Like I said, I don't have time to go through all of this because it is 900 and something pages. And I don't even know where to start. But this is the judge's order and everything. I have all of this. Certificate of service. I hereby certify that on the 5th day of May 2016, this is a foregoing document that is served to the individuals identified below via transmission of notices, electronic filing. And then it has a list of names on here. It has the judge's order. It has questions about meeting the plaintiff and messages to the plaintiff. Questions about recruiting girls, an underage girl in London, and foreign girls. All that's in here, honey. This is all nefarious. Okay. We're going to talk about all of this because I haven't had time to go through all of this as of yet. Like I said, 900 pages. It's going to take me a while, but we're definitely going to talk about it. It's got federal charges in here. It's got everything. It's got conversations, people's names. Some of the stuff, as I told you, let me just share this screen so you all can see how they've redacted some of this information, because clearly they don't want us to know who some of these people are. Please pay attention. Let me show you all this real quick. You see that? And this is from the Palm Beach Police Department. This is an incident report. Okay? If you can see this, I'm going to read you some of it. Okay, so they redacted the name. It says, blank was very scared and felt very nervous. She knew because of Epstein's money, he was powerful. After the massage, Epstein ordered his houseman at the time to drive the girls home. The employee was to drop off the girls at their house and watch them go inside their house. Blank could not remember who the houseman was. She stated Epstein and his assistant, Sarah, would call her at her father's house to arrange for her to come and work. She advised each time she returned to the house, Epstein would do the same thing. Blank stated it was a routine with Epstein. Now, this is clearly the victim. That's why her name's being redacted. Now, she would rub his feet and calves. He would then turn over and begin to touch her on her VJ area. Okay, the only difference was that it was done without panties. Now, Epstein's fingers would stroke her. I'm not going to get into all that. This is all nefarious, honey, okay? Now, you mean to tell me all of this kind of stuff is in here, but nobody's locked up? Nobody's locked up. And this wasn't just Epstein doing this. They talk about other people in here doing the same sorts of things. I want y'all to pay attention, okay? Yes, it is creepy. Now, right, this is all so nefarious. This is all so nefarious. At the end of the day, now, it goes on to say, on February the 15th of 2006, I made a telephone contact with blank and blank, who provided directions to where I could locate her. Detective Caristo and I responded to 806 Old Dixie Highway in Lake Park to meet with blank and blank. Upon that, or I think that's the person's first and last name, not two people. Okay, but anyway, it's redacted. Now, upon my arrival, I met with blank in the parking lot directly behind Mako Auto Painting. She was advised I was there to speak with her about an ongoing investigation that concerned Jeffrey Epstein in Palm Beach. Blank stated that she knows Epstein very well and did not want to speak with me about Mr. Epstein. She was very fond of Epstein and did not want to talk about it. Now, I explained to her that she was seen at the house and I would like to speak with her. She stated she knew there was an investigation and that I had spoken with her, or I had spoken with other people, and therefore I should know what happened at Epstein's house. Blake ended the conversation and walked back into her boyfriend's business, Blanton Automotive. Detective Caristo and I left the area and returned to the police station. So this is all the information. I'm talking about police reports. Everything is in here, people. Everything is absolutely in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully sift through all of this stuff. And we're going to talk about this later, okay? Because it's a whole bunch of stuff. All right. So anyway, let me pull back up the list for those of you who came in late and missed it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, I'm going to show the list again for those of you who came in late and missed it. Honey, I not only got the names, I would have dug up all these nefarious documents telling everything. Police investigations and all of that, who they talked to, whom they were looking for, you know, all of this stuff. Hold on, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Remember, you heard it here first. All right, can you all see that? Can you all see that? Let me try to enhance it. Okay, again, I'm going to read some of these names for those of you who came in late. Okay, Ghislaine Maxwell, Virginia Lee Roberts Giuffre. Now, Virginia Giuffre, as I said before, is the woman who named Prince Andrew, and she sued Ghislaine Maxwell for trafficking her when she was a teenager. Okay, Kathy Alexander, Miles Alexander, which is interesting because here's the thing. Why is Virginia's name on here when she was a victim, but they redacted some of the other victims' names? Anyway, that's crazy. Kathy Alexander, Miles Alexander, James Michael Ostrich. Okay, I'm not going to read all of these names again. I'm going to go through the names that we recognize. All right, because I'd be here all day. Naomi Campbell, the supermodel. Bill Clinton, David Copperfield, the magician. Cameron Diaz, the actress. Leonardo DiCaprio, the actor. Alan Dershowitz, Jeffrey Epstein's attorney. And I believe he's a Harvard school professor, a Harvard University professor, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, then they have Epstein on here, of course. Anthony Fugero. I've heard that name before. Robert Giuffre. Al Gore. Remember Al Gore ran for president against Bush. All right. Stephen Hawking from the science community, supposedly a genius. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, you can see some of the names are redacted. Michael Jackson, George Lucas, creator of Star Wars. His name was just in one of those documents I was reading too. This is all nefarious. I want y'all to pay attention. Kevin Spacey, Donald Trump, Ed Tuttle, Bruce Willis. Okay, so for the most part, those are the names that should be familiar to most of us, if not all. A root tracker said JP Morgan there too. Okay, Honey 69 said, no, not Stephen. Honey, that's what I said, not Stephen Hawking. So it's all nefarious. T of y'all said the wheelchair guy, Lord, that's what I said, okay? I was surprised to see him and Michael on there. Reggie said, thank you, Queen. You're welcome, beloved. Stephen said Bruce. Okay, AG the Great said Oprah is on there. I didn't see Oprah on this list. But she should be on there. If she isn't, she better be on the next one that comes out. Okay, she better be on the next one that comes out because we already know she was cool with Epstein and Weinstein. Please pay attention. I already exposed that, but I didn't see her on this one. But I will be looking for her on the next batch. Please pay attention. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this. Daryl LaField said, I love Naomi Campbell and why she has to be up in there. Well, because she's nefarious, apparently, okay? Allegedly, I'm just saying. Well, I'm not going to say allegedly. She is nefarious, okay? We've seen her act like a whole demon all these different years, all these assaults that she's got into, hitting someone with a phone and all kinds of stuff. She's clearly nefarious. And if you haven't seen that house, because I just literally talked about her days ago, but hold on. I almost forgot. Hold on. Let me pull up this dirt on Kevin Spacey for those of you who missed it. Now, I reported this 3 years ago. But Kevin Spacey, all the dirt on him. And like I told you all before, allegedly, he was actually kicked off Jeffrey Epstein's island for being so nefarious. And if he got kicked off, I can only imagine what he had to have been up to. Okay? And so let's talk about it. Let me pull up these receipts on him. Because y'all know the queen been having receipts. Okay? I've been having receipts, honey. That's why when fools be out here trying to say, I copied them, honey, they need to sit all the way down. That's what they need to do. All right. Fake Nancy Drew, I'm talking about you. Okay. So here it is right here. Hold on. All right. So let's get into it. I'm going to go to the timeline of Kevin Spacey controversies. Okay. A timeline of Kevin Spacey's controversies as he faces sexual assault, the trial in New York. So here's a breakdown of his legal troubles. Kevin Spacey faced sexual assault allegations in 2017, the first of many that came to light in the years that followed. Now, in the wake of the Harvey Weinstein scandal, in which multiple allegations of sexual misconduct, harassment, and assault surfaced in bombshell reports, now several accusers were inspired to come forward about similar instances involving the House of Cards actor Kevin Spacey. And this is what I want you all to pay attention to. You see, when one person is brave enough to come forward, that's when all these other people come out. Just like with Cassie, we saw the same thing happen. Okay, this is what happened when Harvey Weinstein started going down. Okay, because people had known what Harvey was doing for years. He'd been doing it for 3 decades at least. but people were afraid to talk because he owns Miramax, right? Doesn't he own Miramax and Viacom? I mean, he's like really big time, and he can make or break somebody's career. So that's the reason many people didn't want to say anything. So in response to the claims, which the actor denied, Spacey came out as a gay man. See, before that, Kevin wasn't trying to claim being LGBTQ, but when everything started coming out, now he wants to confess. And isn't that the same thing Dwight Howard did, okay, when the guy came out and accused him of assault? He'd been denying any of this stuff for years, even when the trans woman came out on him. But anyway, I digress. So goes on to say, in response to the claims, which he denied, Spacey came out as a gay man, a reaction which was criticized by numerous stars due to inappropriate timing. Additionally, GLAAD, G-L-A-A-D, stated that his declaration shouldn't deflect from the allegations, some of which were brought to light by Star Trek Discovery actor Anthony Rapp. Now, that's the first person I remember coming out on him. Spacey's character was killed off on the House of Cards, and he was edited out of All the Money in the World. He has rarely worked since. Now, in May of 2021, Franco Nero announced that Spacey was cast in the Italian film. I can't even pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. Now, 5 years after Rapp accused the House of Cards actor of childhood sex abuse, the Rent alum is taking his civil lawsuit against Spacey to trial October the 16th. Now, this is an old article from back when I first exposed him on Facebook. October 29th, 2017, Anthony Rapp alleges Kevin Spacey made an sexual advance at him. And at the time, he says he was 14 years old. I just want you all to pay attention. So in an interview with BuzzFeed, Rent actor Rapp, who was openly gay and 46 years old at the time, alleged that Spacey made inappropriate sexual advances on him when he was 14 years old. He says he was trying to seduce me. This is what he said in the interview. I don't know if I would have used that language, but I was aware that he was trying to get with me sexually. Okay. Grooming also was involved. I came forward with my story standing on the shoulders of the many courageous women and men who have been speaking out to shine a light and hopefully make a difference as they have done for me. Now, everything I wanted to say about my experience is in that article, and I have no further comment at this time. Now, October the 30th, 2017, Kevin Spacey responds to Anthony Rapp's claims. He said, I have a lot of respect and admiration. Now, I want you all to listen to Kevin's response. It's basically an admission of guilt as far as I'm concerned. He says, I have a lot of respect and admiration for Anthony Rapp as an actor. I'm beyond horrified to hear his story. I honestly do not remember the encounter. It would have been over 30 years ago. But if I did behave as he describes, now who says that? If I did behave as he describes, then he blames it on the alcohol. Pay attention. He says, if I did behave as he describes, I owe him the sincerest apology for what would have been deeply inappropriate drunken behavior. And I am sorry for the feelings he describes having carried with him all these years. This story has encouraged me to address other things about my life. I know that there are stories out there about me and that some have been fueled by the fact that I have been so protective of my privacy. As those close to me know, in my life, I have had relationships with both men and women. I have loved and had romantic relationships with men throughout my life, and I choose now to live as a gay man. I want to deal with this honestly and openly, and that starts with examining my own behavior. Kevin Spacey, please sit down somewhere. Okay, please sit down somewhere. October 31st, 2017, the International Academy of Television Arts and Sciences revokes Kevin Spacey's Emmy honor. All crazy. October 31st, 2017, London's Old Vic Theatre says no complaints were made about Kevin Spacey during his time as an artistic director. November the 2nd, 2017, Kevin seeks treatment amid sexual claims. Now I want y'all to pay attention. Now he's acting like he needs treatment, like he's got some sort of illness. November 3rd, 2017, Netflix cuts ties with Kevin Spacey. November the 8th, 2017, Heather Huru accuses Kevin Spacey of groping her groping her son in 2016 in Nantucket. So let's talk about it. In July of 2016, actor Kevin Spacey actually assaulted my son. This is what Uru says. Now, it happened late at night inside the Club Car restaurant and bar on Nantucket Island. The victim, my son, was a starstruck 18-year-old straight young man who had no idea that the famous actor who was an alleged sexual predator, or that he was about to become his next victim. She also said that Kevin Spacey brought him a drink. He brought him drink after drink after drink. And when my son was drunk, Spacey made his move and Essie actually assaulted him. She later added that he stuck his hand inside my son's pants and grabbed his privates. That's what he did. And then he's sitting there getting him drunk. First of all, he's 18. He's not even supposed to be drinking. November the 9th, 2017, Tony Montana accuses Kevin Spacey of groping him in 2003. Filmmaker Tony Montana accused Spacey of groping him in 2003. He says, I smiled. He leaned in. His right arm was around my shoulder and he put his hand under the bar. And that's when he grabbed me. He grabbed me very hard. I had never been groped before. And he looked at me and he said in a very sobering voice, and with this sardonic look in his face, he said, this designates ownership. That's what he said. Now, November the 16th of 2017, London Theatre finds 20 allegations of inappropriate behavior against Kevin Spacey. Since an investigation was launched in October the 31st, following the initial allegations brought against the actor, Kevin Spacey has faced 20 accusations of inappropriate behavior, from his time at the Old Vic in London. It concluded with 20 incidents being reported between 1995 and 2013, with the majority, all but 2, of falling before 2009. In all but one, the individuals involved did not raise their concerns with anyone else at the theater. The theater announced the finding after it commissioned an investigation by Lewis Silkin, an outside law firm, gathering personal testimonies from all of those involved. I could go on and on. I could go on and on because it doesn't stop there. There's more. This is all crazy. They had all kinds of investigations into this man. That's all I'm saying. All right. September 27th, 2018, Kevin Spacey is sued for alleged sexual assault victim from 2016 claim. That's even after I skipped a myriad of them. There's just so many that I don't even want to sit here and count. Okay. That's all I'm telling you. Queen Fab said, obviously he never came at a brother like that. His head would have been twisted like a bottle cap. Absolutely. And so this is all crazy. Naja said, but wait, there's more. There always is. So listen, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this broadcast because I'm going to go through these documents and get all the nefarious details. Okay, Halle Berry said, I can imagine. Okay, so with that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Okay, enjoy the rest of this lovely day. Each one, teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hit him with that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why